Have you ever felt guilty about just sitting down at your computer and simply banging out a novel without first planning it out? Well, you're not alone. And stick around because this video might help relieve you of some of that guilt.
Okay, let's go.
The fact of the matter is that too much planning can literally do more harm to your novel than good. And believe it or not, it's the number one reason a writer doesn't actually finish that novel. I realize that you have probably always been told to plan ahead, not just with the novel you're about to write, but with life in general. But even then, planning out your life can only get you so far. Sure, you can plan to get good grades in school and follow a detailed regimen to achieve that. You can also plan for the college you will subsequently attend. You can even plan for your dream job, your dream house, or marrying your high school sweetheart and having two cute children that you plan to enroll in the most prestigious daycare. But let's be honest, how much of that do you think will actually come to fruition? You will more than likely end up spending so much of your life trying to make it live up to your future plans for yourself that you will most likely miss out on an even better life that you were meant to have. Sure, college is a great go to plan, but what if college just isn't in the cards for you? What if taking over the family software company is what's better for you? And what if that sweetheart that you planned on marrying turned out to be in love with someone else and that prestigious daycare expelled both of your children because your cute daughter couldn't stop biting the other children? You would have placed the planning of your life at such a high status that after not being able to live up to those expectations, you would have deemed your life as a failure. Over planning your novel is no different. It would be like micromanaging yourself. When you leave nothing to chance and simply plan out every aspect of your novel, you move away from the creative side of yourself and move toward your more objective side, which is counterintuitive because a novel that a writer creates is meant to be subjective. It is meant to be the opinion of that writer, not the carefully laid out plans of someone whose only interest is to deliver an exact, polished piece that doesn't come from a place of inspiration. Writing a novel is meant to be messy. It's meant to be able to reveal the true essence of the writer. If you're interested, I can tell you what writing a novel isn't. It isn't a sterilized, fully organized, structured accounting of what a writer believes a reader wants to read. It's not an office progress report. That's something you need to plan out before presenting it to the audience it was intended for. In that world, they're not looking to see how your essence has been drawn out of you and displayed for their enjoyment. They simply want the facts, and they want those facts as succinct and purposeful as possible. For that, you must plan out every aspect of whatever you will be putting in that report. But you're not writing a report for the board of investors. You're writing a novel for the consumption of the average reader who simply wants to be taken away along the journey that you have imagined for them. They don't want it planned out and scrubbed so clean that it could be used as a clinical review. They want untidy, unpredictable, and emotional. These are aspects of a novel that you just can't plan out. And if you decide to try, then you will undoubtedly fail in your attempt to deliver a unique, unadulterated rendition of how you believe that story should be told. I'm not saying that you should sit down and start banging away at your latest idea without having a clue as to where you want to go with it. I'm just saying that you don't need to prepare for every conceivable contingency and write your novel within those parameters. When crafting your novel, you have to leave some things to chance. If you can't leave some part of your novel to the fate of your own imagination, then you're really not creating. You're simply following a previously laid out recipe. Whether you realize it or not, an overly planned out story becomes a rigid and predictable one. Remember, part of the joy of writing is not knowing how you're going to write the next scene. But when you place too much emphasis on the planning of your novel, you'll realize that you've left yourself with no real surprises for you to discover. It's important to know your characters, but if you plan out every aspect of their lives in your story, there's nothing left for you to be intrigued by. And if you can't be fascinated by the characters that you have created, then how can you expect your readers to be? Trust me, I get why you might want to plan out everything in regard to your novel. It's probably because you're afraid of getting it wrong. I felt the exact same way in the beginning. But the thing is, there's no such thing as a wrong story. There's just different ways of telling it. Your way is your way, and because you tell your story your way, it stands to reason it can't be wrong. If you want a story that you can be proud of, stop thinking like you're in an office compiling progress reports. Just have an idea of what you want to say and get at it. It will be disorganized, it will be unpredictable, and it will definitely come from a place of emotion. But the important thing is, it will be relatable, and your readers will love you for it. Thanks for watching. And if you found anything that I said beneficial to you in any way, hit that subscribe button because you never know. My next video might just be helpful